Hello, my friends, and welcome back to Alien Protocols. You know, a couple months ago, I went down to Alabama with scientists and met other scientists and went to a lab and did all that stuff, as you guys know about, and was able to make machines move, which was really cool, and had witnesses of multiple scientists and a very well-known company. I can't say officially, but it's yeah. But that trip was so freaking amazing, and I'm just tonight in retrospect looking back on it and realizing before we left on the trip there were 3 scientists and we saw a craft. This one was very high up in the sky, and it was more kind of classic, arched, curved front, pointy ends. But it was turning in ways that a stealth craft wouldn't, so it had to be powered by something different. Then on the trip, we saw that absolutely stunning encounter with me driving the truck with the scientist sitting right there next to me, and that it was in front of us on the highway. This is in a remote area too, north of Huntsville, and it went around us and came around and was on the right side, right over here, maybe. I can't remember, the distances are tough for me, but it was like 75 feet, it seems like, just at one level, following us for like 3 minutes. That's what it felt like. I don't know what the actual time is. The blessing is, and the smart thing is, this scientist pulled out his phone quickly and started recording, and it stayed next to us and then went off, tilted, turned, and then it was behind us and we were driving. And it was like, I was able to see detail that was so vivid, so absolutely undeniable. And it was just freaking unbelievable. It was crazy. And the second you saw it, you were like, this is another level of technology. Let's say, the U.S. government has technology. They don't have this. This was definitely, it was a kind of a light technology going on with it, where the light was incorporated into the material itself, and it was not definitely Earth technology yet, or possibly even a breakaway civilization from Earth. I don't believe is even conceivable. It just seemed so incredible, but it was so vivid, and the light itself was very peculiar. The light that it gave off was very peculiar, and it was just amazing. Then after the trip, saw another craft just before the scientists left. And that was the one that had kind of like the 2 sides and a thing across in the center. And then the next day had that one with gyro that circled us, and we were outside videotaping it. And that one was really weird. And there were other people taping it and shooting and looking up. And he ran around the block. And then the jet fighters came. And we had driven out over into the northern Bronx area, and that's when it happened. So what a crazy, crazy week. And to really think about that one encounter with the scientist next to us was so amazing. And it was so vivid. And the only thing I can describe it looking like is they had this British giant Ferris wheel thing. And each, passenger compartment is like a giant capsule with white bars. And it looked like that, but tilted straight up like a long, stretched out Tic Tac. More elongated, stretched out Tic Tac. And it had a shape in it, and in a way it inspired an invention that we came up with together, a orbital descent craft, and more. But this thing was so vivid, and it was such an amazing sighting, and it was so startling, that I just wish everyone could have this experience and see this kind of a thing and understand that our senses are so small, we see so little of the universe. And maybe, the Fermi paradox has other explanations, that, the time that a technology civilization is detectable is only a short period of time, or they scrub their stuff, or it only goes a very short range, or all these different things. But we're definitely getting visited. And I was thinking about this today, and this is really fascinating. We talk about the big secret is UFOs and nuclear missiles. And that's true. There's a big fascination. Malmstrom has been repeated again, even January of last year, and no one's talking about it, really. January of last year, it happened again at Malmstrom. Even Senator Harry Reid spoke about it in the New Yorker magazine last year, and it didn't make a buzz. But the other little secret they don't talk about very much is UFOs and kids. UFOs in schools. There's the famous Miami case. There's South Africa, Australia. There's a lot of cases of UFOs and kids. Maybe they've got more faith in them than us adults. I don't know. I love you guys.